Hello everyone, my name is Kuro and in this video I will be showcasing the new Geo artifact set Nighttime Whispers in the Echoing Woods. I will be testing out this set with more or less all the weapons that I have and that are usable for a geo damage dealing Zhongli. And I will also be comparing this set against other artifact sets that are currently viable on him for geo damage dealing, just like the 2-piece Geo set with HP, 2-piece Geo with attack, 2-piece Geo with Noblesse, and also the emblem set, just to see how much damage his meatball can do. Now before we start, I'd like to remind you all that I have C6, so my bursts will be doing a little bit more damage than a C0 Zhongli. Also, I'll try to keep the crit ratio as close as possible between the sets to try and keep it fair. Before we start with the weapons, how does this set work? Basically, all you have to do is use an elemental skill and then within 10 seconds grab a crystallized shard. It works even if you already have crystallized shield and then you use the elemental skill. By doing so, you get up to 50% geo damage bonus. If you just use the skill, you only get 20% geo damage bonus, as written over here. Our first weapon will be the Lithic Spear. A small disclaimer, mine is at R5, so I will be doing a little bit more damage than an R1 because I will be having extra crit rate and attack percent. And because of that, my crit rate is all the way up to 85%. Okay, so the first thing we need to try and do is get the crystallized shard. So let's apply pyro, create the shard, and now get everything else going. Check that we have everything. Benny's buff is there, and the 50% bonus is there. And burst. 166. Sweet. 10,000 damage per pillar. Not bad. Okay, our next weapon is the Blackcliff Pole, which is crit damage, and I have it at R1. Let me check his crits. Yeah, 71 to 26. I do not believe I can reduce it. Nope, I'm already using crit rate circlet. Oh well. So, add it again. Flying pyro, then crystallize, and then we set up all the rest. Let's check that we have everything going. Attack is... it's lower than I thought. Right. It's lower than I thought. Oh well. Burst. 176. Surprisingly low for the amount of crit damage we have. Next weapon I would like to try on is the Royal Spear, which is an attack percent weapon. As always, apply pyro, then set up the ouch. Burst. Get a crystallize. Oh god, I might have missed the... oh no, I got it. And burst. 159. Next weapon, the Missive Windspear, for whoever is for some reason using Missive Windspear. I mean, it could technically be good on him because of the attack percent, but the sub effect isn't that useful. But maybe because it gives attack percent. Well, we are here for testing, so let us find out. Now we have 1800 attack. So let's start with Flying Pyro, creating the crystallize, and this technically should have procced the weapons passive as well. As you can see, we have Zhongli. Oh my god. We have 2009 attack, thanks to the weapon's passive. Everything else. Let's refresh it. We have everything and burst. Oh wow.
花と酒を手に景色を堪能しよう。
80% crit rate and still failing. Just give me a moment. Maybe fourth time will be the charm. That was not the correct order. Oh god, I'm all over the place. Looks like we have everything though. Yeah. And, oh god. Oh, silver. 166. Fifth weapon, the Deathmatch. I will be using the R5 because at this point I guess the majority of you who has the Deathmatch probably has an R5 Deathmatch. Let me check the crits. Too much crit rate. But I cannot change the crit circlet because we will be having too much crit. Oh well. I guess we can still do this. 198. As usual, apply pyro, crystallize, grab the shield, and then everything else. Let me check if we have the buffs. We do. Just to make sure. Burst. 173. I'm not gonna consider the other battle pass weapon because other than giving just crit rate, it's not really much useful on him. So we will be testing now on the 5-star weapons. Let us start with Primordial Jade Windspear with stacks and without stacks. The crit should be like this. Okay, let us try 0 stacks Primordial Jaded Windspear. Jesus, that's a mouthful. Like pyro, crystallize, grab it, burst, then burst, and then burst. 177. And now let us try with full stacks. Like pyro, crystallize, okay. Got it. Get all the stacks. Burst, try burst. Place the pillars. Check that we got everything. And then burst. 194. Finally, some good meatballs. Next up, the Vortex Vanquisher, his signature weapon. I know that I have R5, so I'll try to gain as less stacks as possible to try and emulate an R1 Vortex Vanquisher. Since this is a attack person weapon, I should go back to my crit rate circlet. And my crits will be 71, 171. To try and emulate an R1 Vortex Vanquisher, I should probably get like 1 or 2 stacks maximum. So, like pyro, crystallize, that's already 1 stack. I have 2 stacks. And burst. 193. Hopefully that counted as just 2 stacks. Okay, that was that. Now let us try an R5. Apply pyro, burst down, Benny burst, and full stacks. 4,400, 4,044 attack, and boom, 198. That's a very small increase from the previous number that we got. And then last but not least, best weapon damage wise on Zhongli, Staff of Homa. Let me check my crits.
花と酒を手に景色を堪能
37. I cannot change these, so we can live with that. 237. First, I'm gonna try it over 50% HP. So, apply pyro, crystallize, grab the crystallized shard, powder burst, Bennett burst, and check.
花と酒を手に景色を堪能しようとしたが
3000 attack and burst. How was it? I couldn't see it.
揺らぐことなし
200,000 already? And now let us try with below 50% HP. So apply pyro, get the crystallize going, get traveler's burst, get Bennett burst, check that we have everything.
花と酒を手に
Perfect, and burst. 223,000. As usual, Staff of Homa does the most amount of damage. Before moving on to comparing it against other sets, let me try how much the damage changes with a C6 Goro. As usual, we start with Flying Pyro, then we crystallize, collect the crystallize, and we use all the other buttons. Crit 252,000. Okay, now let us try the other artifact sets. We should start with 2-piece Geo and 2-piece HP. With 2-piece Geo and 2-piece HP, unfortunately my crit damage will be a little bit more than what we had with the echoing set. So we could expect a little bit more damage from Zhongli. I will be doing all these tests with over 50% HP because it will be a bit troublesome. Since this set doesn't rely on crystallize, we can start with any order we want. So, and we don't have to grab the crystallized shards. First number is 187. Moving on to 2-piece Geo and 2-piece attack. With this build, my crit ratio will be 65% crit rate and 240% crit damage. This set doesn't need any special crystallization either, so we can start with Bennett burst, Trial burst, just pillar and 180. Not half bad. What about the tried and true Noblesse and Archive Petra set? How does it fare against the new nighttime set? Let us find out, shall we? And with this set, our crit ratio will be this: 71 crit rate and 233 crit damage. Since this set doesn't require any special crystallizations either, we can just start with Bennett burst, Trial burst, and 186,000. All the other artifact sets weren't able to reach the new nighttime set, and I'm surprised that not even 2-piece Geo and 2-piece Noblesse was able to. Let us see if at least the 4-piece emblem set will be able to reach it. I will be using an R5 Catch because basically everyone has this weapon, so. And my crits will be a bit more than this because I will be using some crit rate and crit damage food to
花と
help
酒を
it.
手に景色を
I just realized that I should probably be using an energy recharge sands for this instead of a HP. So let me go back and steal a sands from someone. I will be also using a geo potion because my emblem goblet isn't fully upgraded, so to try and keep it fair, I will be using that potion. So now we have 92%. Okay, here we go. Benny. Get that. Get the burst ready. Ah, damn it. Hopefully we can still reach him. Come down. Let's see if it works. 196. I ignore that other 300,000. That was probably some poor firefly. For those of you who might have the Raiden's weapon, let me try that as well. This will be my energy recharge, and the crit ratio is still the same. Benny, Traveler, and Zhongli. Let me check that's everything's okay. And come on. 210. Finally, we were able to reach the new set's damage. All these sets were catered towards his burst damage. What about his elemental skill damage? There is a set for elemental skill damage, so let us try it out. And here it is, 4-piece Golden Troupe. Our crit ratio will be 59,228, which is 11% less than the nighttime set, but still it should be able to compare against it. This set has the least amount of geo damage bonus, so to try and make it all fair for every set, I will be using the potion, which will bring my geo damage bonus all the way up to 100%, which is 10% higher than most sets, but still it's lower than what the nighttime set has. For this set, Zhongli needs to stay least amount of time as possible on the field, so I guess we can do it like this, and then we place a pillar. We place a second pillar. $14,099. After all of that, one last question still remains though. How good is this new set in terms of an hybrid build for people who want to both use his normal attacks and his pillars and his burst? Since the new set is able to give you 50% geo damage bonus, you could use a physical damage bonus goblet. So to test it out, I'm going to be comparing it against the only other artifact set that is viable on him, as well, not the only other one, but that I have ready. That is the PaleFlame set, 4-piece PaleFlame with a geo damage bonus goblet. And with that, my crit ratio will be 57,227 with a geo damage bonus goblet and the 4-piece PaleFlame. The weapon will still be Staff of Homa. As for the team, I will be changing it up a little bit to get us Superconduct, so we can boost a little bit the damage of his normal attacks, the physical damage. I will be using C6 Rosaria to get the physical resistance shred. I'll also be using some crit rate food to have more consistency. 20% crit rate, and with that we will have 77 plus 10 from the traveler. Okay, we should start by giving some superconduct. So cryo and electro. Put on traveler's burst. Get Zhongli's shield going. Get some physical resistance shred as well. And look at that. 17,000 charge attacks. That wasn't half bad. Now let us try the nighttime set. For the nighttime set, I will be using a physical damage bonus goblet instead of a geo damage bonus goblet for obvious reasons. My crit ratio will be, oh wow, 97 and 235. That's thanks to food as well though. Okay, as a starting point, we should start getting silk conduct going. And burst, and traveler burst. Get everything out here. Burst damage is more or less similar. And the damage also is more or less similar. I believe this set has more crit damage compared to the PaleFlame set. So it's doing a little bit more damage. So overall, how good is this set? I would say it's pretty decent. Even just for geo damage dealing, he was basically outperforming all the other sets, and even on a hybrid build he was doing pretty okay-ish normal attacks, and his geo damage was still being pretty high. Although the damage is split in this case, so it cannot reach the same height as the other sets, it's still pretty decent. It was able to compete against the PaleFlame set. So I would say if you're going for this set, go for it. It's not a bad deal for him. But the domain is, because the other set is not really good.